Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Vangeloco, and now that everyone is rushing to Jaina to get the tasty glacial tide storm mount after Blizzard implemented an instant BOD skip straight to her, I will be explaining how to Mythic Jaina fight works, what is the new cheese tactics, how to do it, and why probably you shouldn't do it. Okay, so this is on board side. This is the entrance, and this is where the dude guy you need to talk with in order to go straight to Jaina. You talk to him, we're ready, lead on, except you're straight into Jaina board. This is the board side. You wait to Jaina to do her spin and she's dead. And on the right side, this is the entrance. If you are in as Mythic, there should be a mob here called Ensing Roberts. I will add a screenshot. You talk to him, you skip right to Jaina. So, in theory, Jaina fight is segmented into 4 phases: the boat phase, the run phase, the pre-wall phase, and the post-wall phase. During the boat phase, you basically need to get Jaina down to 60% without losing anyone off the boat, and making sure you have everyone on 0 stacks or as close as possible to 0 stack. To do that, you either allow the main ad to drop a barrel without removing it, or you wait on the push damage. You don't get Jaina to 60% until around the 30 seconds mark. This is where you will get fire pawns on the ground on the boat. You just get in, get out, your stacks will reset, you phase her, you push. You will want your stacks as low as possible because every time someone reaches 20 stacks, you will get ice blocked, and you will be taking ticking damage until someone gets you out. And during the run phase, everyone in the raid will be getting 1 stack every 6 seconds, even if they don't get hit by anything, which is the subject of our next thing. Now, before getting to 60%, before getting Jaina to 60%, make sure everyone is stacked and ready to move together before jumping off the edge of the boat. If someone is slightly away from the stack, they will get frozen during the intermission screen, so make sure you are all stacked. If someone gets ice frozen before you jump, make sure you get him off before jumping. One less person on the boat is a dead person, and it's one less person to keep the group nice and cozy down there, where it's chilly because of Jaina being a raging frost mage. Now, here's the interesting part and how the new tactic meets the old tactics. Jaina will teleport into the middle of the ocean, will freeze it up, and he will start channeling quite a long spell. And the only way to interrupt her is to interrupt and kill all 5 ads of hers, or 5 illusions. There are 2 on the left and 3 on the right. All while dodging the ice balls that are creeping on the ground and dodging the tornado moving around. If you get hit by these ice balls, it's an instant ice beam. And if you get ice blocked, the whole group needs to turn, leave what they're doing, and get you out. Because if there aren't enough people around you that aren't ice blocked, the whole group will get ice blocked within 5 seconds unless someone kills an ice block. So whatever you do, that's the most important thing. I'm talking normal tactic. Now, so we established there are 3 ways of getting ice blocked: the 20 stacks, staying away from the group, or getting hit by an ice ball. Why am I explaining an 8.1 tactics now? This is where the cheesy tactic comes into. The cheesy tactic says instead of dividing the raid into 2 groups, one group go left, interrupt the 2 ads, kill them, wait on Jaina, the second group go right, blah 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 blah, interrupt Jaina. All of the raid groups goes left. Left, kill the 2 ads, stack all the way together, not interrupt Jaina, bring her down to 5% and end the fight. Give the other mechanic. It makes sense. But Why does it make sense to have all the raid on one side? You have more people around you, so that's a lesser chance of people being left behind and getting ice block because of distance. That's more damage. If you get ice block, it's much faster and easier to get you out. And obviously, you skip the next two phases. Now, here is what's going to happen and how it's gonna end up looking. Ice balls will do spawns just under Jaina. And there is no way you can dodge them if you're meleeing Jaina. So, most of your melee will get ice blocked 50% of the time, if not all of them, which will result in a big DPS loss. Remember, you're ice blocked, you cannot do anything. You're gonna have people DPSing you, so you can DPS again. And this is where we get to our second DPS loss, which is getting people out of the ice block, which is arguably a lesser DPS loss, but it's still a DPS loss. You're having to focus the ice block instead of Jaina. Remember, if you do not have enough people outside of the ice block, you will get ice blocked within the next 5 seconds. So then you have the obvious risk of failing. That's pure RNG. If Jaina decides to spawn a lot more ice rings, ice balls on towards your raid, it's almost impossible to dodge them, and if enough people will get frozen or instantly frozen, or for some reason your DPS couldn't get you out, that's a wipe. That's another waste of time. And third and foremost, comparing both strat, both kill videos, like I've watched my own community do the normal tactic, then I've watched another community do the new cheese tactic. There is at least 2 to 2.5 minutes difference in favor of the proper strat, because obviously you don't have any DPS loss, and everyone eventually like knew what they were doing on the main strat. So yeah, it is understandable if you want to use the strat in pugs, since most people in pugs have no idea, they are not familiar with the movement needed, or honestly they're not ready to dedicate brain cells to get this pug going. So here's how it looks. I'm gonna show you and compare the two fights on graph. Great. Then we're gonna open Jaina's graph. Oh, there we go. So this is the boat where we'll all be standing on. Let's do Jaina here. This is us here waiting for 60%. Let's say this is the big thing we go from. We drop. This is the normal strat I'm talking about. We drop 2 groups. One goes right, second goes left. There's one ad here, one other ad here. Jaina is here. Then 1, 2, 3 ads. Interrupt, 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 kill, interrupt, kill, interrupt, kill, kill as well. Interrupt, regroup, carry on with the strat. This is the normal thing. This is the wall. You need to bloodlust, kill the elemental, then go back. That is the normal way. The cheesy way, the cheesy tactic, it goes in a different way. So that's the room. This is our dear Princess Jaina. The tactic says that you go 1 group down, all the way to the right, interrupt kill 1, interrupt kill 2, hug Jaina. Hug Jaina, you cannot interrupt her because you still have on the other side, you have 1, 2, 3 ad that needs to die and you can interrupt it. So interrupting Jaina is out of the question. So all of the raid stacks here, all mainly the melee, and here are the range and the healers. The ice balls that are about to spawn will go gradually, out from Jaina. And this is where the melee will instantly get hit, with almost 0 time to react to what's going on. And that's pretty much it. This is like the cheese of it. Jaina will keep on casting, I think, for around 100 to 200 seconds. I'm not sure about that. And by then, you should be able to get her all the way down to 5%. And phase 3, that is pre-wall, and phase 4, that is post-wall, will not activate since you never interrupted Jaina, and you will get her all down to 5%. And this is where it gets risky. This is why it is risky, because the ice ball are instantly gonna hit the people. And other people all around, the melee that didn't get frozen yet, and the range should all focus fast and hard on the ice block. Sure, ice block now has a very easy to break HP compared to back 10.1, but still, you need to get them out because with not enough people, the whole raid will freeze up. Okay, if I was to make this happen, like let's say this is going to happen and I was to improve on how it's gonna happen, here are my 2 cents about it. You want everyone and their mother to spec as Twilight Dev Corruption. One proc of Twilight Dev should be enough to get people out of their ice block if people have high enough HP. And having 20 people, or at least 18 minus the healer, or by 15 people with high enough Twilight Dev, would almost guarantee that there is always a Twilight Dev going on to clearing up stuff. Second, I would want everyone and their mother DPS going Iris Major. Iris Major is also a pretty decent clear that can actually be you can organize that, like let's say first set of ice block X and Y, you Iris this, in case you don't want to rely on your Twilight Dev perk, or in case not enough people have Twilight Dev. At this point everyone should have Iris rank 3, it's pretty easy to get, and it is pretty efficient to get people out. You have 20 people in the raid, let's say 15 people have it, 10 people, you can schedule 5 ice block out easily, well organized, and keep yourself out of danger. Third, and I'm not sure this still works, Holy Priest have as a major essence, since they cannot get Iris, they are healers, they have Conflict and Strife, which removes any movement or loss of control impairment. It's the PvP thingy. Even rank 1 works pretty well. I am not sure it works on Jaina, but last time I tried it and I saw it happening was on Ashvane Mythic. You put Conflict and Strife on someone before he get ice blocked or get whatever happens, and it will be removed. This way you can have like an extra safety net on a big TP. Does it work? Yes, it does. I've seen it happening many times. I think I'm gonna attempt it with my community probably either Monday or Tuesday. I might post a video of it. And it definitely looks weird, especially after having around 600 plus progression pulls on Jaina, and like I still have the mechanics and the movement engraved in my brain. After seeing this, I was like, okay, whoa, this is not the same fight, because technically you're moving from 4 phase, a lot of movement, a lot of coordination, to phase and a half. The first phase is the first phase, and the second phase is brain dead technically, just blast, AoE and stuff. Is it worth it? I am not sure. In my opinion, I think it's not, unless your group knows what they're doing. But at this point, if your group knows what they're doing, why would you do the strat? So I'm gonna definitely try to make it happen and post a video of it, but I don't think I am convinced about it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a nice like and subscribe. Do you like the video? You didn't like it? You agree? You don't agree with me? Did I say something wrong? I stream on Twitch daily, and I have a link I'm gonna post down below, and a card. Add a card on top right. Right, there we go. About my guide about the full BOD run with every boss, detailed explanation of what to do, including jump. Thank you for watching. See you later.